right back. It's Community Conversations. I'm Miss Community Clovia. Joining me on the show this morning is Richmond Mayor L. Douglas Wilder. Good morning to you. All right, we're going to get back to that question you had for me.
Well, my question, quite simple, is this. Of the candidates that are running for mayor, and I think it's 5 of them, name me a single thing that you can think of that any of them are saying that they're going to do that would better Richmond and move Richmond forward.
Well, I think the one thing, when we have the casual conversations at events, they're talking about bringing together the mayoral administration and city council. They want to work better.
How do you do
and want
that?
to compromise.
How do you do that?
Well, someone has to compromise, and I think with the executive power of the mayor, we have to compromise with the mayor, according to the city charter.
No, that means that people must work together. You had a situation where the city council never had to work with the administration. All they had to do was tell the city manager, you'll do what we tell you to do or else we're going to fire you. Well, they can't fire me. And consequently, they want to have it there. The budget, classic illustration. They didn't pass it on time. Before, when they didn't do it on time, they would tell the city manager, you just fix it up, take care of it, fix it like we want it. This time, no, we're not. To the extent that they talk about how they're going to do a master plan. They've had, I don't know how many hearings on it. It's gone on for 2 years. They've had over 20 public hearings. Hundreds of people have testified. They still haven't passed it. Clovia, do you know that 18 months ago, they talked about putting a charter committee together, a commission, for people to look at what needs to be done to change the commission. They never did anything on it until some business people got involved and said, you guys, why are you dragging your feet? Oh, so now they're finally coming together to say, well, we're going to have a charter commission. We'll appoint 4 people. The mayor will appoint 4 people. And then we'll have a chairman from one of the universities. Do you know that they're scheduling meetings to have people who are interested in serving to come to appear before the city council to be interviewed as to whether they should be appointed or not? In other words, I have never heard of anything in my life. If you don't call people before city council to be interviewed as to whether they should go on the library board or the housing commission, or all of these various boards and commissions, you mean you don't, this is all you have to do? This is your time? You are an important person in a city with a job and somebody's asking you to serve. You got to come down and to be interviewed and then to be refused and be rejected for reasons that you don't know anything about. It's silly. It's crazy. I'm going to make 4 appointments. They want to know, well, who are you going to appoint? Don't worry about it. You'll know when I make them. I'm not asking who you're going to appoint. Make your appointments. I'm going to make mine. I am not going to have public interviews because I know the quality and the qualifications of the people I'm going to be appointing. And so what I'm trying to say to you is that the people that I talk to, they want to move the city forward. They're pleased with what we're doing in police. They're pleased with what we've done in Battery Park in terms of a restoration when Katrina came through there. You don't hear anybody complaining about it. Somebody wrote a blog, I think, saying, oh, we don't like what are you complaining about? The fact that we've got it rated, that we've straightened up the sewage and the drainage problems that you had in the Charco, that we have restructured Battery Park. Look at all these investigations that were going on. Look at Mr. Hilbert conducting an investigation for months. We believe that monies were taken from one place in Battery Park and put someplace else.
In Chaco Bottom.
In Chaco Bottom. They were even saying that I had caused water to flow uphill for the drainage. And yet, what has been the result of that, quote, investigation? All of this, we're going to take you to court. Look what happened just after the budget was not passed, or was passed. Mr. Panley, well, some people are going to go to jail if they don't do what we've said. They put all these text amendments in the budget. This same guy now says he's running so he can have a better relationship? No. Dictators do certain things. I represent the people. And there's not an instance in which people cannot say that I put the people's interest behind mine. Mine have always been for the people.
Oh, definitely.
One of the things I regret, I really do thinking about it.
What are some of the things you regret?
The one thing I regret that I chose not to run, and I don't mean that I would run, but of the people running for office today out there, there's no question in my mind who would be elected again as the mayor of the city of Richmond if I were running.
And you say that with confidence. You
I
say
say
that with
it
strength.
with the strictest of confidence and commitment to knowing that I know what I'm doing.
Because
And if
according
I were
to
running,
some
I would win.
reports that, you know, you were getting a negative rating, and if you were to run again, you wouldn't win. Because you won like
That's
86% of the vote
No,
4 years prior.
yeah, 80% of the vote I got. But I'm just telling you today that in this latest report in the survey of the city auditors released, and you got it before you.
Yep, here in front of me.
81% of the people approve of the direction the city is going. What does that tell you?
Yep, but while most Richmonders find room for improvement, there is also an encouraging sense of optimism. Delisle says, he's our city auditor, citing the report's finding that 81% of citizens believe the city is going in the right direction. So if 81% of the citizens believe that the city is going in the right direction...
Who's directing it? Your witness.
There you go. Look, I'm not on the stand. I'm not on the stand. But it's about our community, and this is serious here, with the 81%, and you wouldn't get a copy of this.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Because some of the findings in here that should have been sent to you
Precisely.
for correction or to work on or make some
Or
recommendations.
to the mayor, not
nor
just to
to
Doug
the,
Wilder, to the CAO.
Yeah, to the CAO.
None has
Chris
come to the-
Feshler. He didn't
But
receive
my
anything.
point to you is, forget Doug Wilder. We're talking about whoever's going to be the mayor in January, after the elections. And I say elections because I predict there's going to be a runoff. I don't know that anyone is necessarily going to win 5 of the 9 districts. I won all 9 of them handsomely. Is anyone going to win 5 this time around? I don't think so. So I think you're going to have a runoff. So after that's over with, do you want the mayor of the city of Richmond to be treated this way by the auditor? That he never gets a report?
No,
No, it doesn't make any sense.
that's interesting. Man, we got to come on back and talk about more accomplishments here in the city of Richmond.
Well, the report
And
speaks
also-
to it.
And also talking about voter registration, empowerment. We always got to end on that note. And the DNC, quickly. We're going to take a break and come on back. It's Community Conversations. Joining me on the show, Richmond Mayor L. Douglas Wilder.